It's bloody on the internet, isn't it? One of these bloody podcast things.
Every Thursday, it's that day where you're like, damn it, why isn't it the weekend? And things get on your nerves. And so we like to just help you out a little bit by stuffing Guy's mouth with things so that he has to be quiet for 10 minutes.
It's a game we like to call What's in Guy's
Mouth?
Guy, how is your mouth today?
It's lovely, thank you, and I prefer not to put anything in it if possible.
Well, sadly, you're going to be putting a lot of things in there, so start packing in what we're putting in your mouth today, please.
Okay.
Feel free to call on 0800 The Edge as soon as you have an inkling of what might be in Guy's mouth.
Please do not choke either. More, you can fit way more in there. More.
Okay,
More.
what's in there? What's in there?
What? Okay. Hey, Chris, what do you think's in Guy's mouth?
Tractor tire?
A tractor tire.
Oh, well. It's got a big mouth.
He does have a big mouth. Is it tractor tire, Guy? No, not tractor tire.
Sorry, Chris. Thanks for calling. Lance, what do you think's in Guy's mouth?
Brick.
A brick. He's got such beautiful teeth that made me feel weird. Is it a brick, Guy?
No, brick.
Sorry, Lance. Dylan, what do you think's in Guy's mouth?
I think it's a Memphis meltdown.
Very, very descriptive. Is it
Which flavour? No, actually, which flavour is it?
I don't know, chocolate one. You were saying to put more in his mouth, so I thought you were trying to shove the whole thing in there.
Okay, is it a Memphis meltdown? Chocolate Memphis meltdown? Is it a Memphis meltdown gooey caramel? Is it a Memphis meltdown gooey raspberry?
No.
Okay.
Sorry, Dylan, no luck with that one. We've got a good guest out from the girls. Saffron, what do you think's in Guy's mouth?
A lee snack.
A little snack. No, it's not a little snack. Oh, now I want a little snack.
I could go for a little snack.
Phil, what do you think?
A little milkshake?
A milkshake?
Yeah.
No, it's more solid than a milkshake. It's definitely not dripping today.
Okay, let's try an 0800 The Edge. Kurt, what do you think is in Guy's mouth?
For sure, it sounded to me like the sweet sound of mixed nuts rolling off the tongue.
Congratulations, Kurt, you are correct. He did have mixed nuts in his mouth.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You've won yourself a Guy... Don't spit them back in. That's Chang's dinner.
We were going to enjoy the rest of those nuts.
That is so gross.
That's so gross.
Kurt, congratulations. You've won a Guy, Sharyn and Clint prize pack. Hold the line.
Thank you.
Thanks, Kurt.
Wait there, hun.
If anyone wants a bag of mixed nuts, which I have regurgitated the nuts into the bag, call us on 0800 The Edge or text into 3343. Shout out to honourable mention guesses, a bag of D, mashed marshmallows, and my favourite was the first guy who guessed tractor tyre. Well done.
Bag of D's.
Wasn't that.
Guy, Sharyn and Clint on the Edge.
Time for a science chat, aka crap I read on the internet, aka... what the hell's going on here? Prepare to have your minds blown.
Okay.
I read on the internet that if you fold a piece of paper, a piece of A4 paper, 42 times, it'll be thick enough to reach the moon.
Wow.
That is a scientific fact. And before you go, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard, which it perhaps is. Think of it this way. A piece of paper has a thickness that if you fold it once, doubles. If you fold it twice, it doubles again.
Yeah.
It's exponentially growing.
Yeah.
And at that rate, it's pretty much impossible because you can't fold a piece of paper more than like 8 times.
Yeah.
But if you folded it and managed to fold it and fold it and fold it 42 times, it would double and double and double and double and double until it reached the moon.
And it only take 42 times?
Only 42 times.
An A4 piece of paper.
Yeah, it seems like the stupidest thing you've ever heard, and it possibly is.
Why did we bother with that spaceship then? Why don't we just get a guy to stand on top of a paper and then fold it 42 times?
I can't believe the guy that gives Uber facts a hard time just told us if we folded a piece of paper 42 times it would reach the moon.
Hey, I didn't say that I'd come up with this. I'd said this was some crap that I'd read on the internet.
I'm going to try and fold a piece of paper 42 times.
But think of that. You can try. I bet you can't do it more than 8.
You can't do it more than 7 times.
one.
No, in half.
No,
in half, right.
you're taking. She tried to fold the corner.
She did a
Sharyn,
fold.
you always have to go and ruin it. My advanced scientific theorems ruined.
Try.
You've spit in the face of science.
Okay, guys, thank you for teaching us something this afternoon. Something unfounded, but still interesting, I guess.
Well, isn't that why you gave me the piece of paper so I could try?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
3.
Guy, Sharyn, and Clint on the edge.
It's time for Industry Super Secrets. They're coming in thick and fast. We're getting some good ones and some weird ones. An Industry Super Secret that I remember from back in the day was I had a flatmate who was a bellhop at a big hotel in Wellington.
Okay.
And whenever someone after the kitchen had closed ordered room service, it used to be him, like a 21-year-old pimply student in charge of preparing the room service meals.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter what they order, it's just him microwaving some crappy old microwave wheel and bringing it to them. And he said it'd take longer, so people thought it was being prepared when really he could just bring it in like 3 minutes.
That is a good industry super secret. Johnny, you've got one as well. What's yours?
Well, as a waiter, some people whistle at you like you're a dog or some sort of animal. So
So rude.
every now and again, I accidentally dribble when I'm just about to take their food out, and it may land in their food.
Gross! You spit in their food. I always thought that was a rumour.
That is so gross.
I didn't know spit; it was accidental dribble.
Oh, sorry. Technical term. Accidental dribble.
Good call.
Have you ever dribbled on someone's food and then realising it's real obvious, so you have to rearrange their plate?
Yeah, a little bit. You put a little bit of garlic aioli on top of that.
Never having
yuck.
aioli again, Johnny.
We've had a really good one come in about pokey machines.
Studio. I'm a gaming technician servicing pokey machines. If you see a machine being installed within 3 days of installation, it pays out 150% more.
Wow.
Whoa.
So if you see a brand new machine, get on it right now because it's got more money in it, apparently, to kick it off to a good start.
Also, don't gamble. Please live responsibly.
yeah,
or something
also,
like that.
how much do pokey machines normally pay out? Nothing. So I guess you get 150% of nothing.
That was something I learnt in Vegas. One of the guys we became friends with, that was one of the car dealers. He said that if you go in the big movie poker machines, like there's Sex and the City and stuff like that, they don't really very usually pay out.
Yeah.
Because heaps of people spend money on them because it's their favourite TV show. Adam, what's your industry super secret?
Hi, I'm a primary teacher, and when it's like kids' birthdays, they get sent to school with like cupcakes or cakes.
Yeah.
And I cut them like tiny little pieces, so technically everyone's had a piece of cake.
Mm-hmm.
And then at morning tea time, I just chow down like it's my birthday.
That is awesome.
That is so good.
Great
I love
tip.
that. Good one, Adam. Miley Cyrus has called up. I can't believe this. Miley Cyrus, what is your industry super secret?
Well, the guy that does the restricted testing where I live, apparently if you bring him a chocolate cake and you wear something tight, he passes you automatically.
Without even getting in the car.
Did this work for you?
No, I haven't got mine, but I have a few friends that have.
I wouldn't. I like the idea in practice, but when I think of an old dude who does the restricted test, and the fact that people doing the restricted are like 16 years old,
Yeah.
it's pretty weird.
It's also weird that you haven't checked that they can drive properly and you're letting them go on the road. So,
Yeah.
all right, good industry super secret though. Thank you.
Who wouldn't do things for chocolate? No? Okay, doesn't mean. Edge, hello. What's your industry super secret?
Hi, well, my auntie, she works out on the shipping boats, and, well, let's just say she's the only woman that they all trust, and so they let another woman on, and she slept with about 8 of the other guy co-workers.
Hey, when you're out at sea and there's only the fish to talk to.
What happens at sea stays at sea.
Guys, that
Kind
is
of.
disgusting.
Another good one from the primary school teachers. We've had some good ones from them today. I'm a primary school teacher. This is from the text machine. For report comments, we write one comment for the mid, high and low children for each subject and then copy and paste the name for each child.
That could go seriously wrong, though, if you accidentally didn't copy it properly.
Yeah.
I actually had that in primary school. I had a kid, a teacher in music, telling my parents how great a job I did on the piano. I've never played the piano in my life. I'm terrible at the piano.
And you're definitely someone that people would remember.
because of my massive head for no other reason.
I was going to go the road that you're annoying.
Can we get a stand for Guy's head while he plays the piano? Thank you for your industry super secret.
By the way, there's another Poke Machine person texting in and saying that the comment about the Poke Machines that they pay out more when they're new is absolute bullcrap.
Yeah, well.
So it's been disputed.
Okay.
Sounds like someone just trying to get us to Sky City to buy a new gym for everybody.
Guy, Sharyn and Clint. On the edge!
For the last couple of weeks, we've been asking for your suggestions on how we could give a house a V. And we finally settled on an idea where we would turn somebody's house into a Game of Thrones. And the somebody's house that we turned into a castle from Game of Thrones was Mike Peru from the JJ Mike and Tom show.
Who else? Who better to do it to?
His castle is a bit of a bachelor pad.
Mm-hmm.
It's in swanky Greyland Ponsonby area in Auckland, and he's very proud of his castle. It's still like brand new. I think he's still got the plastic stuff inside the oven. Is how much pride he has in his house. He doesn't even want to touch the oven.
Is that pride in your house, or just laziness and not wanting to cook?
Well, it could be that too. Yeah.
He also has a rule with the JJ Mike and Dom show that you're not allowed to do anything to his house. So the fact that we got away with this was definitely it could have been really touch and go.
We filmed the whole thing. We turned the front into a castle. We had snow all over the place. We had gargoyles. We were there dressed up as characters. Chang was a knight. I was Jon Snow. What were you?
We got a throne. I was the
bugle boy.
The kind of just the loser who had like a crappy trumpet that didn't sound very good. It kind of sounded like a fart noise every time I blow. If in this clip you hear a fart noise, just know that was me trying to play the trumpet in celebration.
I was the blonde girl that has the dragons.
The blonde girl with a sweet rack.
After the show this morning, Mike Peru returned home to find us standing outside his house, which we had just given a V, and this is how it went.
What have you done to my house? My goodness!
Hear ye, hear ye! All hail Sir Mike Peru!
That's the trumpet.
It's a castle! My God, that looks amazing!
He was genuinely surprised. We were worried he was going to find out about it, but when he got there, I'm pretty sure he had no idea.
I just love the audio where he's just like, it's amazing! It's a castle! He reminds me of the Double Rainbow guy. He's so surprised.
Yeah. It's a castle all the way across!
He had the most over-the-top reaction ever. It was so good. And he goes, wow! I thought it was real snow!
So we thought, what better than a Mike Peru reaction remix?
Oh, yeah.
What have you done to my house? It's a castle! My God, that looks amazing! 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 Oh my goodness. That is insane! You have beat up my castle! That is insane. That is impressive, actually. Quick, let's put it on the market. Might get some more money for it. Might get some more money for it. My God. Guys! What do my poor neighbours think has been going on all day? Guys! Oh, my God. Guys, that is very impressive. Might get some more money.
Now, people probably thinking like, man, why do they keep replaying that clip of, I might get some more money for it, I should put it on the market. We didn't loop that. Mike literally got one laugh out of that gag and then kept saying it about he said it about 8 times.
True. If you want to see the video, we're going to post the whole thing up. We're going to have it on the Edge TV. When we get it cut together, you'll see the Lord of the Rings house. The Game of Thrones house when it's done.
Thanks
to V. Thanks, V.
I am currently uploading the pictures to our Facebook page, so if you check it in about 5 minutes' time, there is a whole album of when we gave Mike Peru's house a V.
Guy, Sharyn and Clint. On the edge.
It's time to give away some cash.
Helmets on. The Edge cash cannon is about to blow.
As we speak, Chang and a bevy of other helpers here at the Edge are stuffing cannons full of cash.
Did you guys forget about the cash cannon today?
Yep, sorry.
Oh, Shaka, bro. This is what happens when we leave Shaka in charge of our cash cannons. He's so relaxed about everything.
Mate, you better have a less relaxed attitude towards the boss's daughter if you want to stay in the immediate family.
Clinton, that was unnecessary.
This is behind the scenes radio information.
We're going to the phones right now from Dunedin. Grace, welcome to the show.
Hello.
Hello. Now, you get to choose one of us. Now, I just want to put it out there, Grace.
Yeah.
That I have given away so far the most money.
I'm picking you.
No,
you're from Timaru.
Girl.
I'm from Timaru as well.
I've been to
You're
Timaru.
not. You're from the North Island.
Yeah. Well, so Grace,
That's racist.
Is it Ethan?
Is it because he's black?
I'm not racist. I'm a ginger. No one can be racist to me.
Grace, is there any way that you will change your mind, or are you sticking with me?
No, I'm sticking with you.
Okay, let's do it, girl.
I want to say bitches stick together, but you know.
Wait. She said bitches stick together. Is that
All right, let's get a countdown. We're doing the Edge Cash Cannon for Grace from Dunedin in 5,
4, 3, 2, 1. Woo.
Hey!
Grace, you have won $1,000.
That's so awesome.
Why are you being serious?
I'm serious. You made the right choice by going to me because I've got all the prizes.
Clint just accidentally shot his cannon as well. It's mayhem. It's money mayhem in the studio. Congratulations, Grace. That is so awesome.
If you want to win some money on the cash cannon, tell us at theedge.co.nz. We can call you or listen out for that cue to call tomorrow morning at 7:45 with JJ, Mike and Dom.
Guy, Sharyn and Clint.
On the bloody edge.
It's time for a Guy, Sharyn and Clint Ask Me Anything. And you can ask anybody. Go ahead and ask anybody. Yeah, you can ask anybody. Anything.
I'm so unprofessional, but he is here, and I'm going to say where he works. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our AMA today, Brendan from Snap Fitness!
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for coming in, Brendan, and sharing your knowledge of the fitness industry with us.
It's the least I can do for the people.
You know
absolutely.
You know the drill. There's going to be weird questions. There's going to be an Ask Me Anything.
All right.
And the problem is that pretty much every second question has been, have you ever slept with a client? So I've got to get that out of the way pretty much straight away.
Okay, let's get that one out there so it stops coming in.
Maybe in a past life. But no, well, I think for most PTs, if you start sleeping with your clients, that's pretty much your income out the window. So,
good point.
Yeah,
so you've got to weigh it up.
Because if you sleep with them, you can't train them anymore. Is that it?
Well, if you get money still, it's probably not for the actual training.
It becomes a totally different thing.
So we'll be doing the personal trainer and something else AMA today.
Okay.
Carissa, what is your question for Brendan?
What are your thoughts on steroids?
Ooh.
What are your thoughts on steroids?
That's actually a very tough question because I'm sure, depending on what a lot of people are doing with their training, like you've got probably bodybuilders and stuff would disagree with a lot of things. But I think if you've got a good program, a routine, nutrition, and actually dedicated to what you're doing, then you definitely don't need steroids at all.
Yeah. Do you think it's a big deal in New Zealand, steroids?
I think for New Zealanders, yes, because I reckon New Zealanders always want to be better than anyone else. So,
yeah.
I think we're always trying to compete, so I think it's definitely increased, especially use of steroids in New Zealand. So I think it's always going to be there. I just think at the end of the day, it comes up to that person's personal preference.
Yeah.
But yeah, I recommend definitely avoiding them.
Brendan, have you used them before?
Definitely not.
Because you're a big boy.
Oh,
you're
mate,
a big
rugby.
fella. Rugby? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
How much do you weigh so we can paint a bit of a mental picture of you?
Well, just go on the webcam and have a go.
On a good day, I'm 105 right now.
105 and you're 6'3"?
6'4.5".
Wow.
Come on, give me the full inch.
He's bigger than Guy.
Sam, what is your question?
Why do you guys bother? Because I'm quite big and I know quite a lot of big people. Why do you guys bother? Because I'm never going to the gym in my life.
Good question,
Great
Sam.
question.
You're quite big as in like how big, like fat wise or?
Well, I'm quite short. I'm only like 5'5", but I weigh over just a little bit over 100. So why do you bother?
Yeah, good question.
The only time I've ever been to the gym is to pick someone up. So.
Well, mate, everyone's different, buddy. Let's be honest, there's some people that actually don't know anything about fitness.
Yeah.
And a lot of injuries happen in the gym just because they don't know how to lift weights.
Would you be concerned about someone like Sam who says he's 5'5" and over 100 kilos? If you met someone like that, would you be worried about their health?
Again, I'd have to physically see him.
Yeah.
But if he's that sort of height, he's not typically short.
Yeah.
But he might be a pretty solid rugby player as well. So he might just be more muscle mass.
Don't do any sport. No sport. No.
We're doing an AMA with Brendan from Snap Fitness. I didn't say Snap Quitness. That didn't make any sense.
Well, it's kind of
It's
weird.
what you do at the gym, mate. Witness.
Quick question from the text machine. Do you ever see chubby clients and go, oh man, this is going to completely ruin my reputation?
Definitely not, mate. Definitely not. They're definitely the way. Trying to help those guys is probably where you get most of your money from.
Okay, good point. Good point.
We got April on the phone. What's your question, April?
Hello. I want to know if they're if it's a really fit person or a really not fit person, do you kind of unintentionally judge? Like, if it was a real fit person, would you be like, oh yeah, they're really hot, they're good, but then if they're not?
Personally, no, I definitely wouldn't.
I would. All the time. You do it everywhere, right? Do you not judge people occasionally?
Oh, mate, I think everyone judges everything they do, but again, you got to look at it like in our profession. Our whole goal is there's nothing better than taking someone that thinks they're unfit or unhealthy, and then turning them into someone that and they walk past that person that was hot, and everyone's going, "Damn,
and you did that, I suppose."
Oh, mate, nothing better than that feeling when someone actually gets those results.
Awesome.
Brendan
would that also give you a sense of pride, kind of thing, that if you can really change someone's life?
Huge sense of pride, because for me as well, I've lost a lot of weight. So there's nothing. At the point I am now, I look back and I think I never want to be there again, and that's a better feeling. If you can set them up for life on how to eat well.
How big were you at your heaviest?
140 kgs.
140 kgs.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's good because if you've seen photos of Mike with his weight loss, Brendan was his trainer and he lost 17 kgs.
Mike Prue lost 17 kilos.
17 kgs with Brendan. It's crazy. Nicole, what's your question?
Hi, I follow people online. I just want to know his view on Joseph Ruckich's fitness meal plans, if they're a good idea with online trainers or if people at the gym are better.
What was it called?
Joseph Ruckich Fitness.
I have no idea who that is.
Yeah.
Is that? Do you mean like it's a website that you sign up to and you get online meal plans and workouts?
Yeah, he's a New Zealand trainer, and I just thought, wondering if it's a better idea to go to the actual gym or...
Oh, okay, so that's the question. Is it a better idea to sign up to online packages, which you sort of do from your home, or would you recommend going in and working with an actual trainer in person like yourself?
Well, there's nothing better than physically being in front of someone. I think you can get... I don't know this guy from a bar of soap, so I'm sure what he's doing is probably right in what he's doing.
Yeah.
But I think nothing better than you physically speaking to someone and then actually them being able to create a program for you that suits you and actually physically seeing you.
Yeah.
Cool.
I have an extremely large head. Is there any way I can lose head weight?
No, there's not. Chris, what's your question?
Hey mate, I was just wondering what's sort of your best success story like with a customer? Like, what's the most weight someone's lost sort of working with you, Brendan?
Okay, so we had one guy down in Pukekohe who was actually 21, and he actually at first we thought he looked about 40ish.
Wow.
It's just completely it's odd looking at that, but then all of a sudden once he lost all his weight, he lost I think it was about 29 kgs. He's actually only 21. So I'd say he's actually got in the paper for that one. It would have been a couple of months ago. So that was
21 kgs.
If someone like that loses 29 kgs, and this is what I've always wondered, is there a lot of skin left over?
Yeah, usually there is. Yeah. And that does take a while for it to...
But eventually does it sort of elasticate back up and become part of your body again, or do you have to get it cut off?
Depends how much you've lost. Sometimes it can stay there for a while.
Yeah.
But it does take a lot of time for you to gradually go. It usually happens if it's quite a fast amount of weight lost in a short time.
Yeah, okay.
Excellent question from the text machine. Do you make heaps of money from people who prepay personal training sessions and then can't be asked showing up?
Well, usually especially with all the personal trainers I'm under, they've got pretty much a strict thing. Is you got to look at it like this. If you don't turn up, most of the times it's usually at 5:30 or 6 in the morning.
Yeah.
Now that trainer's got up, they're prepared for you.
Yeah.
And they're there. So I think they earn their right to have that money.
There's a good guilt trip actually to get people to the gym as well. If you think of the person actually waiting for you.
I had a client that turned up at about 6 o'clock. And pissed. I still made them train.
And you can ask anybody. Go ahead and ask anybody. Yeah, you can ask anybody. Anything.
It's with Brendan from Snap Fitness. He's a personal trainer. It's the last chance to get your questions in.
Nina on 0800 The Edge. What's your question?
Yeah, hi Brendan. Hey, I go to the gym quite regularly. I'm quite addicted to going, and I just want to know, do you prefer for your abs, like do you prefer machines or is it the floor? Do you think that works the best for your abs? For your stomach, you know?
Well, to be perfectly honest with you, it's a mixture of things. Obviously, doing a little bit of strength training on your machines or on the floor is always going to help, because obviously to get it to be able to be seen, you've got to grow that muscle first. But it also comes down to cardio and nutrition. A lot of people avoid cardio.
If you've already got a decent stomach though, like how do you keep your abs? You know what I mean? Like is it or
keep those bad boys?
Yeah. Okay.
Well, again,
I'd like to see your abs, but yeah.
Okay, well, obviously the first thing, you want to make sure they keep being seen, so you want to keep your nutrition pretty clean.
Yeah.
But definitely, I'd say for working out wise, you want to make sure if it's making it a little bit harder, increasing the intensity of it, that'll probably maintain a little bit easier for you.
Cool. Thank you, Nina.
Janice, what's your question?
Yeah, I wanted to find out, for women who have had C-sections in the past, dependent on their age, it seems to me when I had my first child in a C-section at 24, but then I had a child at 37 with another C-section, and now I have that sort of little roll that goes on, and I've been told that there's no way that you'll ever lose that unless you have a tummy tuck. Is that true? Or is there definitely something that you can do to get that sort of flat?
Wow, that's a very specific question. Is that one you can field?
Have you had a C-section before?
I've never had a C-section.
Okay.
But I do know of, I've actually had clients as well that we have tried to work on that similar situation. It's definitely not easy. Being honest, I don't really have a clear answer for that one.
No, that's fair enough. That's a tricky one.
Yeah.
You might have to talk to a different a woman on that one, I'd say.
Sorry about that. Janice, Sarah, what's your question? No, Sarah's gone. Jason, what about you?
Yeah, g'day, Brendan. I was just wondering, for us leaner framed guys, I'm 6 foot, 70 kg. What's the best way to bulk up?
Okay, but well, basically, obviously, genetics and gender always comes into it. So genetically, you're always going to be quite lean. So it comes down to intensity. So the main thing for you that you want to aim for is obviously increasing your weights a little more. So obviously going heavier, aiming for that 6 to 10 sort of rep range, and then also increasing your intake of protein, maybe carbs at the start. So I'd say you'd probably, for you, aiming close to about 3,000 calories a day as well. Wow. Probably the way to go.
And mix some roids in there as well. Roid up.
No,
I've got anywhere to get that from?
I've got a question for you, actually. What's your take on pre-workout supplements? Because everyone's 1 scooping, 2 scooping, super pumping, some sort of pre-workout. What do you think about them?
It's going pretty crazy right now. I definitely think there's a place for it.
Yeah.
But I think there's a little bit too much going on about it right now, because obviously people say a bad for you, but I think if you're using it in the right contents and what you should be using it for, I definitely think it can help you mentally, or especially like proteins and stuff like that. But for me personally, the pre-workouts, I do use it before my weights. I use it more for the pump. I like that little bit extra pump when I'm working out. So I think it's more of a mental thing it gives you than actually it's going to make you ripped.
Okay,
a couple more final text machine questions. What exercises can I do to lose an inch from my back to fit my wedding dress on in the next couple of weeks?
Okay, so that's what obviously. What? A couple of weeks?
She got a couple of weeks to get some fat off her back. What's the best way to do it?
Okay, well, obviously, getting it, especially for the short period of time, definitely nutrition again. I'm going to always go back to that.
Eating well, yeah.
Yeah, eating very well is going to help with it, so maybe reducing your carbs a bit is going to help bring that in.
Yeah.
And then, obviously, cardio and strength training together, that's the best combination, because if you mix that together, you're burning more calories at once. So maybe go for the short period of time, go for a higher intensity sort of training, because that can burn calories after you've trained as well.
Okay, how do I lose 10 kgs without doing any exercise? And finally, this is the most important question. It's come through a lot of times, so I have to ask it. I'm sorry about this, Brendan. Have you ever gotten a boner while training a female? That is from Bob in Timaru.
Of course, that better not be my auntie's partner, Rob in Timaru.
I'm sure if you're in Timaru, you'll always get a bonus. So.
Hey!
No, you've got to answer the question, though. Has it ever happened, or have you seen it happen?
When I was younger, I'd say it happened a couple of times.
That's a yes. This has been Brendan from Snap Fitness. He's been our guest on Ask Me Anything this afternoon.
You've been awesome.
Stick around, because we want to do a podcast extra with you, actually. We've got a couple more questions to cover off. We want to talk CrossFit. We want to talk some weird stuff that happens because you run a 24-hour gym. So we'll talk about that stuff. And if you want to hear any more from Brendan, make sure you get tonight's podcast.
Brendan from Snap Fitness, ladies and gentlemen!
Guy, Sharyn and Clint. Itch.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
please welcome to the show, direct from X Factor Australia, the wonderful, the amazing Redford!
Hey!
Look, that is!
Yeah, babies.
How are you doing, Redfoo?
I'm doing wonderful. I just got over being a little under the weather, so I'm more than excited.
First question first, Mr. Fu, sir. How much party rocking do you do on an average day?
Well, on an average day, it could be, a lot. It depends if it's a workout day. I work out. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Do you feel do you feel a lot of pressure, a lot of expectation to be like party rocking and shuffling like 24/7?
You know what? Sometimes it comes with that because you go to the club and
I know.
Sometimes I just like to sit down. Sometimes I just want to sit down.
Yeah.
And people, come on, shuffle, and they hand you shots and they hand you drinks.
Oh no!
And they're like, come on, Mr. Party Rocker. Let's go.
Tonight in New Zealand is the episode where you guys are kind of bringing in your big celebrity guest mentors and stuff. Can you reveal who your guest mentor is going to be?
Maybe for you guys.
Would it help if we said please?
Yes. Yes, it would help. And now I'm recalculating because I wasn't. Okay, mine is Nicole Scherzinger, baby.
Oh! No, we've got to ask, did you get to choose this? And we were like, I'm going to go with Nicole Scherzinger. I want to have a hot babe sitting next to me.
She actually is a neighbor of mine in Hollywood, California.
Does she try and steal your Wi-Fi?
You know what? I have seen her lurking. Around there in a van.
Now, Mr. Fu, can I call you Red?
You can call me Red.
Thank you, Red. I was wondering if you would like to play a little game with us here this afternoon. It's a game which we like to call Are You For Real?
Okay, for real. I love that.
That is appalling.
The way this game goes is you just tell us if the statements that we're throwing out there are for real or if they are fools. False. Fools.
Fools.
You make your own clothing.
For real.
For real?
Is that what you've been wearing on X Factor? Is that your clothing line?
Yeah, baby, the freak.
I see you got a little bit of product placement going on there, Redfoo.
All right, another one then. You don't actually own a sensible pair of underpants.
For real.
Boom!
Is it true that your leopard print clothing is made out of real leopards?
Fools.
Good, we were hoping that was fools.
It's just hard to say fool, say.
I've got one. Okay.
It sounds like for real for a second.
Redfoo, is it for real that you, as a child, danced on stage with Michael Jackson?
For real, baby.
Wow. That's awesome.
That is so cool.
One final question for you, and are you for real? The afro that you sport is created from static electricity generated by party rocking.
That is for real too, and I just want to know, how did you guys know that?
Well, Redfoo, we have spies everywhere, plus a friend of mine touched you once and he said the shock threw him back 4 feet in the air, so I assumed it was static, and I'm glad to confirm it this afternoon.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for putting up with our crap, Redfoo. We really appreciate it. That was the wonderful, the amazing Redfoo!
Yeah, thank you guys.
Guy, Sharyn and Clint.
On the edge.
I'm going to Sydney to interview Ariana Grande, and I get to take one of you with me. So if you're a big Ariana Grande fan and you've always wanted to ask her a question, then call us now, 0800 The Edge. We're going to put 10 people in the draw to come on this trip with me.
I'm glad you say that, Sharyn, because I'm a big Ariana Grande fan.
You unfortunately cannot come.
And I've got a lot of questions for her as well. My first question, how old are you? Because you look like you're about 14.
Okay, good first
Second question, are you named after coffee? Because it sounds like a coffee.
Oh, like a Starbucks coffee.
Yeah.
I think Ariana Grande can't be a real name, right?
It is a real name, but carry on.
Most of these answers could probably be just answered by Wikipedia, let's be honest. Is it true that you love the way you... How's that lyric go?
Love the way you make me feel.
I'm really pushing. It's good that I'm not going on the trip because I'm clearly underqualified.
Definitely a good idea.
If you've got a question, call us now on 0800 The Edge. We'll put some people in the draw. How many are you filling out this afternoon, Sharyn?
We're chucking 10 in. We've got Savannah on the line. Savannah, what's your question that you'd ask Ariana?
I'd probably ask her how she got so bathing, like how she got her body.
She is ridiculously hot.
This is gonna be
insane.
How'd you get your body?
How do you look that good?
We're going to get me a body. I'm just a head at the moment. Where can I get one of those bodies from?
It's a good question. We're going to chuck you in the drawer.
Thank you so much.
No worries. And
that
Eden,
question is not better than
Hello?
are you named after a coffee?
Hello?
Eden, what would you ask her?
If I could ask Ariana one thing, I would ask her what her favourite vegan meal is.
Oh, that's a
And
good one.
also, you said her real name isn't Ariana Grande. It's actually Ariana Grande Butera.
I think we might have a real fan on the phone.
I might have to.
I'm a huge fan. I'm like shaking right now thinking about meeting her.
You're definitely making the shortlist because you can do this interview for me because I have no idea. Clearly, Wikipedia lied to me.
I
Hold the
would
line.
do that.
You're in the drawer.
Guy, Sharyn, and Clint on the edge.
I'm in a bit of a predicament. I'm getting insults via the text machine. Nothing new there. But the problem is, the situation is that I'm getting the insult and I don't know what the insult is.
Okay, mate. First of all, as friends,
Yeah.
you okay?
I'm okay. I'm absolutely
good.
fine. I might not be okay though. If I knew what the insult means, I'd be more upset probably.
You've told me what the insult is. I don't know either. Sharyn doesn't know. So we need some help from listeners on 0800 The Edge. What can you tell us what this means?
People have been texting in and calling me a cholo.
Oh.
CHOLO. Now I googled it, as you do with any good insult. I googled it to find out what it meant, and it says like a Mexican gangster or thug.
Oh,
that was the most common expression I could find, and I had no idea what that meant. So I was hoping to find out from the listeners what cholo means.
right. Well, why don't you just accept you're a cholo?
Sharyn, have you made up cholo yourself?
No.
Does anyone
We've
have
got
any
a
idea
call
what cholo
here.
means?
Hello, The Edge.
Hello.
Hello, do you know what a cholo is?
Yes.
What is it? Oh, they're gone.
She sounded very
Annabelle
young.
might
Is it
know.
a new thing?
Annabelle, what does cholo mean?
Somebody who likes to say what they mean. They just say it straight to your face. They don't care how you feel, but at least they've said it.
You are a cholo.
Maybe I'm a cholo.
You are a cholo. They weren't
I
trolling.
am a cholo.
You're a
I'll
cholo
tell you
too.
what it is.
Oh, Anna boy, you a cholo too?
Yeah, hard.
Oh, so it's not.
I'm not going to paint up a pretty picture when I know it's not.
Okay.
So it's not necessarily an insult.
Are there any texts
No,
there
it's not. We're not insulting. We're just straight to the point.
Where
Tell
does
you how it is.
Hey, thank you so much, Annabelle. I like your direct approach. Can I ask where the word comes from? Is it a Kiwi word?
No, apparently it's a Mexican word.
Okay, where'd you get that from, Sharyn?
Google.
I was asking Annabelle. You have
Annabelle's
no idea.
gone.
I'm wondering what the origins of cholo are. We don't know. Annabelle's gone. It's a mystery. Well, I'll take that as a compliment. Thank you. All today I've been worried that people have been insulting me, but turns out they're just being honest.
Hopefully that is what it means, now that you've endorsed the word cholo.
Oh, is that possibly not what it means?
Well, we don't know. We're just taking Annabelle's word as gospel.
Oh,
so.
800 The Edge. If you know what cholo is, do we need a second opinion?
Maybe it's chatty, hobag, orange, lock, orange. That's all I had.
Maybe it's that, or maybe it's not.
We're still trying to figure out what cholo is, because people are just calling me a cholo heaps on the text machine. It's really offending me, but I'm not 100% sure what it means.
Is the cholo abuse starting to flood in cholo?
Well,
Cholo, just don't get so upset about it.
You're
eh?
right, cholo?
Well, the woman we had before, Annabelle,
You're
she
getting
was
a
lovely.
bit choloed up.
Cholo, your voice is getting higher and
You
higher.
guys don't know what it means either.
Let's find out what it means on the phones.
Hey, Danielle, what is a cholo?
Cholo is a Mexican gangster.
Someone's texting in as well, saying that as well, and going, a cholo is a Mexican gangster, dumbasses. That's what I said at the start of the break. That's what I Googled and got.
Yeah.
But there's no way someone's calling me a cholo, because I'm definitely
Can
not
you give
a
us some
Mexican
context?
gangster.
Can you put the cholo that they've texted you into a sentence?
In Urban Dictionary, they're saying it's a Hispanic male that typically dresses in chinos, a wife beater, sleeveless t-shirt or flannel shirt with only the top buttoned, a hairnet with a bandana around the forehead.
Yes.
That's why they say papi cholo.
And they've got no hair.
Cholos often drive lowriders.
Yeah, they drive with hydraulics in them.
I'm definitely not a cholo, though.
What was
I think I got that off Grand Theft Auto.
What was the context that the text said? Like, what did the text say that you got?
Put it in a sentence.
They go, get that cholo guy off the show and replace him with Megan. And also, Guy, you're such a cholo, and Guy, stop being a cholo. Maybe they just hate Mexican gangsters. I don't know. Maybe they're in a different type. Maybe they're an American gang and they're in a war with Mexican gangsters at the time.
Danielle, thank you.
You're welcome.
Someone else said maybe it means you only live once.
Thank you to whoever texted in that. It probably is that.
That was a great guys.
Guy, Sharyn and Clint. Edge.
There you go. That's the podcast. Before we leave, we've got time for a podcast extra.
We've got to ask the important questions to Brendan from Snap Fitness. Sorry, I stuff it out every time, eh?
It's been a case of people looking for a lot of free personal training advice this afternoon, and that's fine. We're happy to hook people up.
Here's a good one from the text machine. Sorry, Brendan.
I was going to say I'm not getting paid for this.
Oh no, so we can't. Do you like One Direction CDs?
Oh, well, I'll take anything for free.
Okay, we'll find you one of those.
Get the One Direction blasting at the gym, eh? Here's an AMA question. Have you ever been asked by the police to go undercover to bust a performance-enhancing drug ring?
Wow, good question.
I haven't, but I'd definitely say yes, because it'd be quite... I'd like to be involved in the police for a while.
Next question for Brendan. How the hell do I haul my lazy ass out of bed in the morning? I always plan it and then I fail.
Well, it's a tough one. Well, the best thing I can always do is one little tip I do is I set my alarm clock on my phone and I actually leave it a good distance away from my bed.
So you have to get out.
It physically makes me get up.
And then when you're up, you're done, right?
You're up. Or if you want to make it so that's even better because it's too cold, go to bed and all your gym gear with your hoodie on so that when you get up, it's not cold when you're up.
Genius.
Ah, that's good.
It's a life hack.
I've got a question. The buzzword of fitness of the last couple of years, I think, has to have been CrossFit.
Well, don't swear at me, mate.
Yeah, well, that's what I wanted to ask you. What's your opinion on CrossFit? So many people are doing it now. What do you think about CrossFit?
The fact that everyone's doing it and they're involved in something, I'm actually happy about it because they're actually being active.
Yeah.
There is a downside to it. I definitely think that there needs to be more control over who can take these classes because there are a lot of high professional, CrossFit teams that are running around here, especially in Auckland. But then on the downside, there's a lot of them that really don't have any qualifications, and they're teaching some very high, complicated movements like compound movements, your squats, your deadlifts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just anyone who can get like a big tractor tire is just setting up a gym in their backyard.
So, and a lot of it comes down to technique. So if you got them lifting really heavy weights, which is some of their workouts are as heavy weights very fast. I know a lot of people that have had either reconstruction shoulders, back surgeries due to this.
I know a lot of people who have actually, CrossFit members who have actually worn out their jaw from talking about CrossFit too much. Because all they do is talk about how much CrossFit they do and talk about paleo. Oh, do you do paleo?
I've done it before, and I tell you, it was definitely hard. So I respect that they can do it, but
do you think it's good?
I think it's good within reason. So I think if you're doing it for a period of time, but I think a lot of these guys are turning up, and these people have done no training before in their life or nutrition, and they get chucked on a paleo. Now, if I'm very new to this, I'm going to give up after the first 2 weeks because it's new to my body. I'm tired. I'm grumpy.
Yeah.
Most people will give up, and that's what's wrong with that. So I think that side of CrossFit is there's not enough information about explaining to them how when they first start.
Okay.
Brendan, it has been fascinating. Thank you so much for coming in. We bloody appreciate it.
If you want more details on Snap Fitness, go to snapfitness.co.nz. Is that the right address?
Woo! Yep.
Yes, okay, cool.
All right. Cheers, Brendan.
Cheers, guys.
The Guy, Sharyn and Clint podcast.